But the Caleb Williams story is fascinating. We learn about him as a leader. We learn about him as a human. And we also learn that, those butterflies people get?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's him last night talking about it.
What your nervous level, nervous energy gets to, like, scale of 1 to 10?
0. I don't get nervous. Not since my first game of high school versus Gilman. I fumbled 2 snaps. Other than that, and I came back and threw like out and up down the sideline. Other than that, play ball.
The only people that are nervous are the people that don't know what they're doing. This dude who knows what he's doing. He's completely ready. Seems to have the mindset and the moxie of somebody who is not rattled by anything. AJ gets in a big game, not going to worry about it because it's the same old since high school. AJ, did you learn anything from that?
Yeah, you learn about his confidence and how he kind of views everything. I would want to ask him, what did you do to overcome that nervousness? Like, how all of a sudden you just realize you let it all go and it's not going to happen again?
So, and also follow up to that, how do you know you're not nervous? Like, what if so you're Alec Honnold? You don't feel...
Well, you can get anxious, like you get all juiced up, ready to play.
But I think anxious is described by some people as nerves, right? Is that not similar?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because, I never thought I got nervous. I was like, I'm not nervous. Like, I'm about to go, okay, it's going to happen. So, like the way this is going to happen regardless. But I do get that feeling of, like, excitement and, like, everything.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you handle... Yeah, that's your nerve. Those are your nerves, though. Like, that is two different things. So I wonder if anybody's ever told Caleb, like, hey, the way you handle nerves is not in, like, the devastating fashion where you're not going to show up, even though he said, yeah, I felt like a negative nerve one time, fumbled 2 snaps. Never doing that again.
Yeah.
Never feeling that. That'd be a good thing to flip on and off. I also learned that all the conversation about him sucking the first couple series, remember even Lombo brought it up whenever we're like, hey, Lombo, Caleb's going to be the greatest player on earth, right? And he goes, everybody needs to let's relax, okay? Expectations need to be lowered because, like, you're putting a lot of pressure on this dude where there's already a lot of pressure. And he had a couple highlights, which is fantastic. But first couple series when he was taking on Cincinnati Bengals number 2 defense, not even starting defense, number 2 defense, 3 and out or whatever. Well, Hard Knocks gave us a little intel. Do you know what was happening during those 3 and outs, AJ?
No, I did not. Tell me.
Run it. Couldn't hear the damn play.
Williams is having trouble making a connection. So is his offensive coordinator.
You cut out, but I'm good.
Yeah, I'm going to call my own shit.
Ready, set.
The offense has been out of sync so far.
My mic's cutting out, so I'm piecing it together. Ready, set.
Second preseason.
Ball's incomplete, and the Bears have 3 consecutive 3 and outs.
These guys suck. People are saying.
Come on! The mics are cutting out. What are they talking about? The mics are cutting out. Yeah.
That's what I was asking. It looked like you couldn't hear me when I was just
It kept piecing together. Yeah.
Want to turn it back up a little bit?
No, it's not the sound. It cuts out.
Hey, let me fix this right now.
I changed the volume on this one where I think you like it.
You changed this one?
Yeah, I did. I changed it down a little bit, volume, because they were all high.
With Williams' helmet fixed, an offense that looked on the fritz is now ready to roll.
It's going to work, man. It's going to work.
Here we go.
The Bears have plenty of offensive talent. The trick is finding ways to unleash them.
And then what?
Here's the snap and
I think we might know.
Now end around to Adunze, gets the corner to the 30, 35.
He's very fast.
And a first down.
That's like third stringer there, I think, potentially for Cincy, so we don't know, but...
There it is.
Hey, the Bears are going to be better, man. That's for sure.
Well, and then look, he can hear the play call, so what can he do? Well, obviously, he knows where everybody's going to be. So. Pass interference. No problem.
Great ball.
Take it. That's good Joe Flacco football.
Good ball.
Huh? You got the flag. I know. I just wanted to. I know.
Yeah, I know, but I know we got the flag. Yeah. I wanted to go dance in her face. And then obviously the whoop-de-woo, scoop-de-hoo, how do you do, comes on the other side of that. So basically, they're going through preseason problems right now. You know, the connectivity to the helmet was not 100%, and there's a way that gets tested every single game. There's people that walk around, their actual job is before the game, before the fans get in there, they're carrying helmets and just walking around the field. Every part of the field they're walking around. Where could you possibly be? You're doing it. I think there's somebody up at a satellite up there kind of testing the entire thing. So when that guy comes over and hands that thing to him, and he is being told that, hey, the connection's not working, in his head, he's got to generate why that's potentially happening because it's going to be on his head. Like, that is, hey, that is on him. Middle linebacker, same exact thing, right, AJ?
Yeah, it would happen all the time. They'd switch the batteries out sometimes twice a game, like, because they don't want the battery to die. And if there is an issue, that person, there's one or two people that are responsible for those radios in the helmet, like, that's not a fun spot to be.
No, both sidelines too, because if if away team goes out, home team's supposed to go out. If it's like any of the phoning system or any of the calling system goes out, if the away team goes out, home team goes out. If home team goes out, away team has to go. There's like a full-on like comms deal, I think, that is kind of happening. And the people that are running that on the sideline, I think if you were to meet them, they are an awesome bunch of people. Not a fun job. Got to be very loyal, very committed job. But whenever that happens, he gets to hear things. All of a sudden, they're back to being the Bears. So all the call for the demise of Caleb Williams in his second preseason game was just a technicality because the technology technically wasn't working.
Why didn't he tell them after the first drive is my question.
Well, because he was calling his own shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, I can't hear you, but good.
Pieces together. He's a little too cool, calm, and confident for me. Okay, you need to say after drive one, hey, I can't hear you.
Well, I agree. Should have spoke up a little bit earlier. He'll continue to learn that. He's able to do that.
Is this the first we're hearing about it, though? Or did Chicago make a big deal? That's a good thing that they didn't come out right after the game. Well, we didn't have comms the first 3 series. That's why we were bad.
Caleb didn't come out and say it either.
I love it. I love that part that we're just learning of this.
I agree. Completely. So win, seemingly, again, for the Chicago Bears. And I also saw Kevin Warren, the former Big Ten president, and, had to go through some choppy waters as the Big Ten commissioner. Had to go. There was a lot of things. We're not playing football. Everybody else is. We're playing football again, but it's going to be late. And then that's tough. Unprecedented situation. Legitimately, COVID, we can all agree. He becomes president and CEO of Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears in the middle of building a new stadium. Here's some of the design process.
All right. Let's dive into it.
So we have a couple decisions we need to make. And this is something we just had good conversations with Lil Durk on.
Yes, this is perfect timing. So here's the difference. In these field suites, do we want fixed seats? Or do we want high tops with movable chairs?
I mean, you can have some of these movable chairs in the back. I just think it gives it more class and kind of panache by having fixed seats.
We're going to be very good, and the team we're playing, if the game ends up being good, there's going to be more time where people are standing up than sitting.
You see, they pay for the whole seat, but they only need the edge.
That's right.
That's what we're in the business of. And that's Ted Cruz, baby. Ted Cruz comes from the Kansas City Chiefs. He was our PR guy, okay? Locked it down. I mean, you're talking about the Ted Cruz Penitentiary.
Yeah. I hope they don't do the same thing that owner suite.
What are you talking about?
Did.
Oh, yeah, well.
I hope they don't do that.
Ted Cruz didn't have a say, I don't think, in what was going on with the Kingdom over there with the Arrowhead. This time, got another time. I was very surprised to see Kevin Warren making decisions for the feng shui of the suites. But that's what I'm talking about, attention to details, AJ. That's what a good organization's doing, attention to detail. They should have John Taffer in there.
That's the move.
Talking about
It will.
Yeah.
For the bar areas, the bar, loge area, John Taffer's all over.
Shut it down! What if he walked into that meeting and goes, what, you're football? What are you?
Yeah.
Panache.
You're a loser!
Butt funnel.
Panache.
So I get what you're saying about the seats don't matter because they're going to be standing. But, what if they're 75 years old? Maybe they need to see. Because we're going to get them up, too. We got Caleb Williams. You ever see him play football when he can hear the play? Joining us now. This guy probably has an opinion on this. Probably.
He better.
Well, it's pro football, so let's talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, founder of said website, NBC Sports pundit, insider, human.
You name it.
Award winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Paisano, author of Son of Mine, coming out September 3rd. Pre-order available now via Amazon ebook. Mike Florio.
Yeah, Florio.
What's up, guys?
I don't know if you saw on Hard Knocks, Kevin Warren's deciding what seats and feng shui we need in the back of the suites for this new good panache on this entire thing. I love it. With the Hard Knocks with the Giants, we're seeing them talk about dealing with Saquon and public outcry and everything. And then now on this Hard Knocks, we're watching them decide what seats we're putting in the suite and also learning about Caleb Williams. Feels like NFL Films throwing a fastball right now, Florio, on Hard Knocks.
I hadn't seen the third episode of the preseason Hard Knocks. The first two didn't compare well to the offseason Giants Hard Knocks. The offseason Giants Hard Knocks was great. So it fell off a little the first two. No curse words. I mean, real life is rated R. No F-bombs, no S-bombs, no nothing the first two episodes. I don't know how last night went. The Bears didn't want to do this. And I think the Bears, somewhere high up in the organization, have had a hand in trying to make this sanitized and not interesting because they don't want to compromise or undermine what they're trying to do. But I will check out, with your endorsement, I'll check out episode 3 and I'll keep an open mind.
You're okay. We sent you a couple clips. We sent you a couple clips. I watched. I enjoy it, obviously, because it feels like you're back and you can learn about these people. And we're learning about Caleb at a very rapid rate as opposed to what we had originally heard about him, which was just comments from people in his team. Who's his team? Remember what that was for his entire last year at USC? His team says he wants a percentage of a team. Mm-hmm. He might hold out to go to a different place. He wants to do this. He wants that in the NFL. And it's like, hey, team, they need to shut up because I'm starting to hate Caleb. Yep. I'm starting to hate Caleb for what the team is saying. And then Caleb talks and the way he acts, literally since his whole, it's like, this guy's the guy. He's the guy. You feel that? I feel like he's the guy and perfect for Chicago.
We spent time with the scouting combine, and I was blown away by the personality, the maturity, the commitment to the craft. The guy who's just stepping into the NFL for the first time and is already sensitive to the various things that he needs to do to get the most out of his talent at some point between his arrival and his retirement. And the thing that impresses me, and I was glad to hear the clip about the communications issues, because it was a slow start on Saturday. But this is the first guy, and bear with me on this. I've been saying for years that Patrick Mahomes is going to revolutionize the way the position is played because young kids are going to see how he plays and are going to emulate him. Caleb Williams was 16 when Mahomes landed on the scene. This guy's playing the position like Mahomes plays it, the movement, the throws, the ability to create extra time, to freeze defenders because they never know when that laser is going to fly by their helmet. This stuff is incredible, and you could just put 15 in red in place of Williams for these past few plays, and it's the same guy.
Well, I mean, I love that, and comparing anybody to Patrick Mahomes right now is obviously going to be tough, but it's part of the job and description, especially whenever you see plays like this happen.
Look at this play. The defenders don't know when he's going to throw it, so they don't go to tackle him because they're afraid he's going to throw it right past them because he's shown he can do it.
Bingo. Love it. Versatile, can do it all, can run, can throw. Definitely superstar. And it feels like in between the ears is the guy as well from everything we've learned. And that's the difference between like Tom Brady. People say this is the next Tom Brady. It's like, well, in between the ears, Tom Brady is a cerebral psycho. And that is in a good way, not in a bad way. Work ethic, attention to detail, everything that's going into his body, he's literally counting and weighing everything going out, every practice. He's the first person in, last one out. Will take less money so his team can get, I mean, like, this guy's the next Tom Brady. Mate, he can throw a ball, and he's as tall as Tom Brady. Got it. I get what you're saying. Patrick Mahomes, same shit. It's like in between the ears, money, how his team views him, how his community views him, the decisions he makes, when he plays his best football, all that. Yeah, okay, this guy. But it feels like this guy is that fucking guy, though. It really does. So it's almost like that's my firm belief about like us comparing people to the past because it's hard to read what a person's mindset and brain is like. But it's like from what we've learned about this guy, it's like the NFL is loaded for however long he wants to seemingly play. In Chicago, that big of a market, Paisan, they've needed it. They have needed it. The NFL has got to be like so pumped about the success of this guy, if he has it, for that city, that market that they haven't had for a while, being electrifying.